sure about that, but I have to have it perfect. So give me a call as soon as possible. Text me. Friday. I remember I'm sick. Anyway, give me a bit.
How are you doing? Coming back if you want. Right, back later.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. I am tired. It's a bit of a gloomy day out today, which I'm not mad about because the garden is in desperate need of some water. But that then causes problems for my motivation to want to do anything. Let's fix this video so we're not constantly doing this back and forth autofocusing bullshit. Stop. Play, okay. Cool. But yes, it's a bit of an on-off rainy, gloomy day, which is okay, but I almost, actually, you guys will be very proud of me. I almost succumbed to the comfiness of the sofa. I was wrapped up in a blankie. I was watching Mike's recap of the first season of Lost, a show that I'd never watched before, but I just love everything he recaps. So I was invested. I was enjoying myself. But now I'm here and ready to do the thing. So we are continuing on our fungi obsession, our mushroom mayhem, if you will. And we're going to be needle felting some little keychains. So I did up this little design on Stitch Fiddle a couple days ago. And so what I'm hoping is I have sort of sectioned off multiple panels on this bit of Ative cloth. So I'm hoping that we are going to be able to fit everything in to what we want to do. Yeah, so if I can get multiples done and then we can cut them all out, stick them in keychains, and then I got a bunch of keychains, that would be fabulous. I'm also really excited too because I got, listen here. I got little like, I guess premium paper. It's kind of like little cross-stitching papers at Hobbycraft to go on the back end behind the fabric. So instead of doing like a blank piece of paper or trying to do the double-sided keychain fabric situation, I got these cute little bits of paper, and some of them are mushrooms. So I think it'd be really cute to make mushroom keychains and then stick little mushroom paper on the back end, which is very exciting to me. Yeah, we'll see how much we get done today. I wasn't sure what color I wanted to use for the red, and so actually I thought it would be cute to vary them. So this is sort of the color palette we're working with. We have 666, Number of the Beast, the infamous red color in the DMC floss. This is 602, I think? Or it's 606 instead of 666. It's more of like an orangey red, and then this is just a white. I normally go with like B5200. It's like a snowy white because I find that's a very bright white, but I feel like, you know, because they're mushrooms, they're earthy, they don't need to be like bright white. They can just be like regular OG white. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to sort of alternate because there are going to be 3 mushrooms per keychain, so I can do like 2 of them in the brighter red with the center one being the more orange red and swap back and forth. Hi. Oh, I wonder if you could handwrite a hashtag or something on the paper side so they can always remember it. Oh yeah, that's true. To be fair, I was thinking I do need to like label my stuff. I could put like a little whatever, like a little signature in the corner. But that's a good idea. Would it be super cringy to put my Instagram handle? I don't know. Maybe. But good afternoon. I hope you are well. I hope things are good with you. But we'll see. Maybe. I'll have to think about how to do that, because I was thinking about our little, like, the needle felted mushroom that I did, and I gotta find a way to, that I can just, like, write my name on the bottom of it, I think. Like, this is a pretty stable looking base that I could... That's the one thing I always forget. I forget to sign my shit. But I should, absolutely. And thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate you so much. I do. Liam's on, what was it, day 3? I guess, because he's taken the whole week, but the one day he didn't do it. So he's taking the week off to work on our patio, basically building up our patio. And so today is the last day. So they're in and out of the rain, I think trying to push through to get stuff done. And I do think they will get, if not everything done, I think probably 90% of it done, which is really exciting. But yeah, it's been fun. I feel bad though because they keep getting rained on, and I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm always like, oh, I want more. Yeah, that's true. Because I guess what'll happen, right, is people will give you like a business card sometimes, but then it's like you then throw out the business card. You know what I mean? Or it's like you don't know where to put it, so you end up stooshing it somewhere, and then you go, oh crap, like I don't remember who this is by. So, yeah, that's actually a fair point, because I think that's the thing, like, you normally package something with a gift card, or, like, not, like, with a business card or whatever, but yeah, then you throw it out. That's very true. Okay, so what I did when I sketched this out is here's the back of the keychain. This is the sort of thing I'm giving for, like, the diameter of the pattern, and so I overshot it by 2 rows. I did like a 2 square perimeter around this, just so that I had wiggle room for like cutting and doing all that kind of stuff. So I just have to remember that, because the pattern itself starts 1 in from the pattern, but I've done a 2 square diameter, so that means we're starting 3 in. 3 in, and oh man, more maths. So 3 in. So here, I need to make like a bleed area. Yeah, exactly. And then how much are we going in? So 1, 2, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it would be 9, 10 because of the perimeter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I wasn't completely off in my design, I think. Let me just check. So that's 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a second. The maths aren't mathing. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8. So then 9, 10. So plus 2. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the 10. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the 10. Okay, cool. I always find like once, because if I misalign this, then everything's all messed up. So hopefully this will. But then again, if I do fuck it up by like a square, that's another reason why we have the extra to make up for that. To make up for some errors, but we're trying not to. We're trying to make sure we count everything correctly today, but we'll see how it goes. I also today, which I'm actually really excited about, because I usually try to always do back stitching with all my cross stitch patterns. I don't know, I feel like it looks cleaner, it like pops and stuff, but I feel like sometimes not all patterns warrant it. And so today I actually sketched out a little like frog keychain design, and it has like little flies around him, and I'm not bothering because I think it looks really cute without any sort of back stitching, and so I'm really excited to do that one next. But yeah, so just kind of think of like cute little forest core keychain ideas. Especially because, like I said, these new keychains that I got from Hobbycraft are actually a lot smaller than, they're smaller in front. oh my god, I was gonna say smaller in general, but I'm like, yeah, they're smaller than the original keychains that I was gifted years ago. And so they had required me to rework the pattern parameters because they were going to be a bit smaller. But I think, hopefully, and knock on wood, we have done it justice, at least with a couple of patterns, you know? But yeah. We'll see how many of these we get done today. Because I think what I'll do, even though I have to resist the urge to not want to, like, we'll see. We'll see how many we get done. Because obviously it would make more sense for the hoop for me to finish all of these and then cut them out and stick them in the keychains. But part of me also just really wants to cut one out as soon as I finish it and stick it in a keychain and see how it looks. But we're trying to resist. We're trying to resist the urge. But we'll see. Yeah, it is. It's very tempting. It's very tempting to, like, once you get so close to the finish line of completing something, you just want to, like, do it. Just complete one just to see how it looks. But I'm, like, actually from a, I don't know, like, efficiency standpoint, it would make more sense to pump out a bunch, like, almost like assembly line style, where instead of, like, doing from start to finish every individual craft, you, like, do all of the cross stitching, then you do all of the back stitching, then you do all of the cutting and all the assembling, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But I am fueled by instant gratification dopamine rush, which I achieve when I complete a project. It's all about patience, I guess. So I'm gonna do, this is like the orangey color. So we're gonna do 2 orangey colored looking mushrooms, and then we'll do the brighter red one in the center. I'm gonna do each mushroom individually, like instead of doing red across all of them, just so that I park everything behind the mushroom and we don't have like random rogue lines that you can then see through. Just to make it look a little bit cleaner, I think. We will see how it goes. I'm really bummed. Well, I say this, but it is because I know that Pretzel Rock cycles through all of their free stations every week, so I think this might be the last day that we get Chill Piano for a while, which is real sad, because if I could just solely listen to this channel, this station on the channel, I would, but we just have to have chill, just regular old chill in the meantime. It feels counterintuitive because I did say that I was tired today, so it sort of is like, oh, maybe I'm playing with fire in listening to very chill, relaxing music. But I have a caffeinated tea, guys. I have a green tea today. I got some glow tea, so hopefully it will glow up my energy levels. One can hope. One can hope and dream. But we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7. Hopefully this fits. It'll be really, hopefully, I double checked, and I'm pretty sure I did, according to my calculations, if you will, the 3 mushrooms should fit. I'm like, if they don't, that would be very sad. But I am under the impression that it'll be okay. I'm not sure. The other thing that will also be a bit of a test, though, when we go to assemble them is, I know that they're smaller, like the keychains themselves are smaller in the circumference, but I'm also not sure if they're like shallower as well in terms of like how much layer I can stick on top of this. So there's a little bit of a concern that this might be too chunky to stick in there plus the backing paper, because the paper's a little bit thicker as well. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. There is a concern. I think if not, like let's say shit hits the fan, we make these and they don't fit in the keychains. I'm thinking a possible solution could be, I've never attempted, but there must be a way that I could like mount these on a little bit of card or something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I could do a test piece. Can I do it off of this existing? Probably. So what if I just very jankily cut this corner piece off. And then okay. I guess step one is making sure that these components fit regardless of whether or not there's stitching on them. We can obviously do stitching on them as well, but that is not... Okay, we probably need to, let me... Let's grab a bit of... I don't know, black, I guess, because then that would be the easiest to test. Let's then quickly... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'll put a couple stitches in the fabric piece. Cut out a little bit of the cardstock just to make sure that everything sandwiches together nicely. Because if it doesn't, then we have to troubleshoot. Okay, let us do a bit of test. Bit of testing. Okay. We'll just do a few, like, little... Let's do a quick line of stitches. And then we'll cut out... What am I doing? That is not what I'm trying to accomplish. Excuse me. Okay, let's try that again. Actually doing cross-stitching and not doing whatever the hell that just was. And then... Try it again. Let's do this again. So we'll do a couple stitches around just to say we did. Because that will then add enough of the theoretical thickness that I am concerned about. And then we'll cut out a little piece of the backing paper. Yeah, no problem. Oh, amazing. No problem, Aurora. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving me, honestly, for actually being the voice of reason. Because I would have just, you know, Wild Wested out here and gone out and made all of these things with them knowing if they were actually going to fit in the keychains. So thank you for being the logical voice of reason and telling me that I should test my theory before I actually put in all this effort. So I appreciate you being here. Like, thank you for being voice of reason. And not, you know, allowing my chaos brain to roam free. Alright. Okay, I like this. It's kind of giving, like, Little Dipper vibes. I can even stick another one over here. I don't think there's that many more stitches in the Little Dipper, but we're just going all over the place. Boom. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, usually, hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. I usually do feel a little bit more energized after stream, so. Thank you very much. Okay, this should be enough. This should be good enough. All right. This is the test subject. Abstract Little Dipper vibes. And then, because I already did use something out of here, actually, that would be pretty meta. This actually is like star symbol. It's fine. We're just doing a test. Let's not think too much about this. Let's not get too into it. Okay. We're just gonna very jankily test this theory. Boop. Boop, boo-doo-doo, boop, boop, boop. Okay, first pop this in here, then pop this in here, but she is too big. Now, where were you too big? Off the end. So we're just gonna... Ooh, it's tight. So the only thing too now is when we do press this together, we might not be able to get it out again. Where are you supposed to, what? You're kind of curved. Why are you curved? I don't like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are a little bit concerned. Okay. It does fit, but there is a little gap, and I don't know if that's supposed to be there. It must kind of need to be there, though, because it naturally is a bit concave. Ooh, I don't know, though. Will you fit better without? Probably. I guess the other, like, there is an option maybe to glue it, but I worry about it not looking the nicest if we do. it does click together. But again, is it too much of a gap? Why do these keychains suck? That's what I would like to know. Okay. So, the verdict is possibly this doesn't work, which is a real pain in the ass. What are our options? Let me just see. Let's just test. I think there naturally is a gap in general. It seems that way. So if there's gonna be a gap, even like not putting anything in here, I think we just go for it. And also it could be that this is like a janky one. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh well. We persevere. We carry on. We persist. It is thicker than we want it to be, but I don't know. Ruh-roh, you know? Are we team super glue, maybe? Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's actually see. Without this, do you stay shut? Kind of. Again, though. Are you meant to be able to pop stuff out? Because if you're supposed to be able to do that, then like that shouldn't matter. Because it seems to me. So what is the point in having a DIY make your own keychain when you even just put in a piece of paper and the keychain's like, nah, too much stuff. Like what are you supposed to put in here? They give you like the tiniest little pieces of paper, which by the way are smaller. Unless they need to be smaller. Is that why? Because, like, look at this. There's, like, a gap about it, like a, I don't know, like a centimeter gap. I don't say centimeter, I mean, like, millimeter. There's a big gap around all of this, and so maybe that's necessary. But even still, it still pops out a little bit. I guess to be less cute and wonderful, we can always stick this bit of paper around it. See, now this is actually, no, see, it is stuck down, but not in a way that I think is unable to be unearthed. Because see, now the paper's, whoa, now the paper's moving around in it. And see, this wouldn't piss me off as much if it wasn't that like, oh yeah, I could just get, you know, different keychains on Amazon or whatever. And I presume that I could. But the thing is, I would then have to reformulate the size of the cross stitch, which is annoying. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure now, but I want to cross-stitch mushrooms. So whether or not we cross-stitch these, they don't fit in the keychains, and I find a way to, like, I don't know, mount them on like a little bit of cardstock or something, you know what I mean? Let's make little tiny, I don't know. I keep forgetting that this is gonna be a mushroom spot. But yeah, so the jury is out on whether or not this is actually gonna work, is what I'm thinking, but needs must. We'll see. We'll persevere. I feel like my desire for the dopamine hit of making tiny little mushrooms is usurping the fact that the tiny little mushrooms may not fit in the keychain. I guess the other thing we could do is we could try a single strand. So this is a double, this is 2 strands. We could try 1 strand and see if that will cut down on the bulkiness of the project. I don't know how it's gonna look, but we can experiment with that on the next one. So we will test out different colors of red, also different amounts of thread. We only can really test 2. We can only test 2 strands because I'm not gonna do 3 because that would obviously make everything way too thick. So we'll try single strand, see if that helps our thickness problem. And then if not, I don't know. I'm not sure. The only other option for these keychains is if needle failed, or if cross stitch doesn't fit in them, I just have to get good at visual arts, and then I can draw tiny mushrooms for the keychains. But that seems silly to me, because this was the reason, this is the goal. At least I know going into this that it's maybe not gonna work. So it's a good thing we tested. It's a good thing because I don't have a backup plan. I don't have a possible solution currently. We will troubleshoot as we move forward. But like I said, as of right now, we have other potential options like trying 1 strand instead of 2, seeing how that works. If not, we try again. Because the other thing too is I think I still do have some of the old keychains, but they're bigger. So again, we run into the same problem of I can't just take this pattern and stick it on the old one like there's no problems, because there very much indeed is a problem. But that's okay. We persevere. Needs must. We will do our best. It's good that this strand was just, we almost lost the game of floss chicken. To be fair, we still might. I think we'll be okay though. Guess the other option might be to turn these into really tiny patches. Maybe? We'll see. We'll see. There's stick them in patches, find, you know, a glue. The only thing with because I'm trying to glue clear things together, I think we can get it to stick, but there is a potential that it'll look kind of cloudy, which is not ideal. But don't know. We'll just continue. If not, we're just gonna have a bunch of really cute, tiny cross stitches. You know? Cute, teeny, tiny cross stitches, and we can do something with them. We don't know what that something is yet, but we'll figure it out together. So now we're gonna do the slightly deeper red. So I figured do all the red, then do all of the white, then do all the back stitching, and see how it goes. Maybe they could be like a teeny tiny wall hanging, you know? I don't know. We'll finish, yeah, we'll finish this one, and then we will, again, try the single thread option, and then go from there. Actually, no, I'm like, do I test that now? Fuck it, yeah, okay, let's test that now. Let's test it now. Let's test it with this one. It's a similar thing. So we are 1, 2, 3, and then on the 10th one. So we're gonna attempt the single thread. So this is 1, 2, 3 on the 4th, 1, 2, 3 on the 4th, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the 10. Okay. Let's attempt single thread. See how that looks. And then we might, to be fair, as much as I was like, oh, we're gonna do a bunch of these and then not cut them out until the very end, I think we might have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. So this, we'll do that. Because these are going to be backstitched as well, it's going to be single strand followed by single strand backstitching, which I don't think I've ever done before. So again, we'll have to see what that looks like. Okay, that's captured there. Move this guy up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. Excuse me. 6, 7. I think the only thing with this, it might be okay, but I do find sometimes when you go down the amount of strands you're using, it doesn't always look as full. So this one, this is very like full coverage. You can't really see the individual stitches, which to be fair, I usually like seeing the individual stitches so you can see a little bit of like white in the background. Normally I don't mind that, though I do feel for this one, maybe this is, I don't know. I'm not sure. So that's why we're gonna do both, and we're gonna see which one makes the most sense and gets us closer to actually sealing these keychains in. Go. Oh, I got so excited the other day when Liam and I were playing It Takes Two, and the level where they have to climb up this tree and join forces with these squirrels. There's just mushrooms everywhere, and you get to bounce off of some mushrooms and things, and I was like, this is my favorite level. This is obviously going to be my favorite level in the game, because aesthetically, it is on point. It is 100% the vibe. So I was quite pleased with that level. Wasn't able to do any more work on our needle felted fairy circle, so that's definitely going to be a weekend / beginning of next week job. We'll probably end up finishing it on stream, but yeah, we'll see. If not, I'll definitely like finish it or put in a bunch of hours on it on Monday. Okay, I know I said that we wanted to finish all of the red bits and then do the white bits of the mushroom and then do the back stitching, but I think again for testing purposes, I think we finish both of these mushrooms in their entirety and then make some decisions from there. Again, I think I guess I could test with another one. I don't really want to, though. I think low-key part of me is convinced that, like, the keychain idea is a bust. Just because I don't know if even doing this is going to be thin enough. Because it seemed like the keychain was even struggling just with the piece of paper. So it doesn't really fill me with a lot of confidence that this is going to make any kind of difference. Where did that piece of paper go? It's just disappeared. Well, whoopsie doopsie. It's gotta be here somewhere. That seems really bizarre to me that I've just lost that piece of cardstock that was literally right here. Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Because this was just this. And that was... And see, I'm still not convinced. No, it's meant to be concave. This is... I'm just annoyed now. It's meant to be... I guess because this is concave. I don't know. Now I'm like, these are shittily made compared to the other ones. But I don't know. I guess the other thing too will be that we make these and then I have to stress test them. So I have to like put them on some keys and have them go out into the world and make sure they don't pop off. We have to test them. We need to durability test them just to make sure that nothing is happening. It feels a little bit like being back at square one because I did do this before with those other keychains with some other design ideas, and so it was like, okay, cool. I've already like troubleshooted these things. I know what we're gonna do moving forward, and then Hobbycraft changed the parameters, which is not helpful. But I guess that's just what like product design and testing and things is. I think it just can be frustrating when you feel like you've already gone through all of those initial troubleshooting stages, and then you come across more of them and you're like, listen, we've already done this. We've already been through this. Why? Why do you gotta be like that? But yeah, I feel like I can already tell that I like the look of the top one better. It just looks a lot fuller and nicer. But we'll see. We'll finish her off, see if that makes any difference, and then go from there. Okay. I was like, phew. Okay. Thought I had a stitch where I wasn't supposed to. I think I did. Yep. Yep. Absolutely did. You are supposed to be white. Pull this out. First outline's done. And then aesthetically, I don't know if you guys, yeah, so you can't really tell on the overhead. Maybe you can tell here. You can kind of see how the top one is a lot fuller than the bottom one. You can sort of see a bit more of the individual white pieces of the Aida cloth underneath the fabric, or underneath the floss in the second one. So we'll see. I thought that was my laptop overheating. It's because they're cutting something outside, so it's their power tools. But it sounded like sometimes, in the fan, sometimes the fan on my laptop will just start going nuts. And so I thought it was that, and I was like, damn, it's like sounding extra crusty right now. False alarm. Okay. Now we'll do the white of both. Just to see what that's gonna look like. I guess first I'll do the double strand, and then we'll try the single strand, and then we'll do the back stitching. Back stitching will be single strand for both, and we'll see what that looks like. 2, 3 wide, and then 3 across, and then fill in those gaps. I guess we have to finish both of them. I feel like I'm jumping all over the place right now. My apologies. I just feel like I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this thing and we're gonna test this thing, and it's like, well, no, before we cut them out, we have to do the 3 mushrooms. We have to finish the whole pattern regardless. So I'm probably being very inefficient right now, jumping back and forth between 2 strands and 1 strand. That's just kind of where my chaos brain is going now. I think what happened is I'm like, okay, things are probably not going to go to plan, and now my brain is like, now what do we do? And it's sort of like doing this weird panic thing. Suddenly, we have become completely unproductive and just completely all over the place in the thought process and the understanding of what we're doing. Still don't know where that piece of blue card went, and that's really annoying to me because I feel like we are continuing to do tests, and so I should be able to do that. All the scrap pieces I can find, but I can't find the original one. Did I stick it back in here? That seems silly of me. I don't believe so. And it's not attached to this, and it's not over here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? It's all good. It's all good. We just are gonna, yeah, stitch mushrooms, and that's what we're gonna do. And it's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Oh, jeez, it scared the shit out of me. Another potential option, not with this, but like moving forward, is the possibility of making needle felted bookmarks, because I feel like I did do that. There was like a bookmark kit that I made for a friend, and then I think they just ended up, you just end up back stitching the cross stitch along like a piece of felt. Okay. Yeah, as we move along with this, the more I'm convinced there's no way in hell this is fitting in that keychain. Only because even if the thickness here, but there's also added thickness every time you go back over the stitches. Ruh-roh. Oh no. Rude. Okay, we're trying to do too many things right now. You need to be held because you are going to be sealed away here. You need to go in here and you are not cooperating. Listen. This is... Okay. 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 Okay, that's back in there. You need to come back in here because we are going to trap you in between. There we go. Cool. Hopefully this is enough thread for this. There's a little bit more down there, but it would be nice to win this game of Floss Chicken. Especially when we don't have the ability to do the loop stitch, like the loop start. It just always feels a bit more precarious when you're trying to only do a couple of stitches with a single thread of yarn. Just feels a little bit less secure than you want it to be. Next one. Oh, are we gonna win? Oh, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Shit. That's so annoying. I thought we could win. I trusted you. No, there's no way. There's no way. Damn it. Okay. Let's park this guy. Because I would rather have to do multiple than just the one. Boo. Oh well. That, and then we'll finish the last 3 stitches there, and then it will be back stitching time, and then we will assess. I can already tell that I don't like the bottom one. It's really interesting because on the webcam you can't really tell the difference, but it's super noticeable to me on my end. About how, like, I guess, well, because it looks pixelated, but it just looks not as clean in my brain. Maybe the backstitching will help. Who knows? We will find out. Okay, there we go. We didn't even end up catching the thread. That's really annoying. Okay. Can we catch it when we park these ones? Possibly. Listen. We are a little bit on the struggle bus today. God damn. Okay, okay. Let's figure this out. Okay, you need to be secured somehow. I guess when the back stitching happens too, that will also help. Okay, where's my threader? Why am I... Listen. We're having an off day, so we don't need to put ourselves through unnecessary bullshit. The problem is, though, if I can't find my threader, then I don't know what we're gonna do. There it is. Okay, okay. Let's not make things more complicated than they need to be. Let's just get the threader out. And have this be easier for us. Okay, see, if we can't get this through the threader, okay, there we go. I was like, then we're really in trouble. There we go. You have now popped up, though. Pissing me off! Okay, there we go. Maybe. There we go. That helped a little bit. Okay. Moving on. To tighten up this fabric because it is not very taut. Okay, so we've done that. Now let's do our back stitching. Let's have a drink of tea for a vote of confidence and a boost of energy. Maybe that one was just like a bad keychain. Maybe we try another one. We will grab another one. Try that. I do think what's going to end up happening, just so I can appease myself, though this is gonna... whatever, fuck it. We're gonna cut this out. We're gonna try it in another keychain and see if it works. I don't know. Hi, Nungday! Thank you so much for the resub. 17 months. That's so exciting. I hope you are well. I hope you're having an excellent Friday. I hope kiddo is doing well as well. You got pink hair and new nails. Amazing. Amazing. Please post them in the Discord for me to see. That's so awesome. Did you get the whole head pink, or did you just get the underside that you've done before? Because I know you have, usually it's blonde and then you've done like pink underneath. Do you know what I mean? But have you done full, amazing. Oh, that's awesome. That's gonna look so cool. Pastel, yes, I remember you talking about going the pastel route. I think that's awesome. Pics posted, perfect. Let me check those out. Let me start this. So we're currently testing some theories. So first we did a test to see if the doubled cross stitch would fit in the keychain bases that I've got. It does not appear to be the case, which is a huge pain in the ass. So right now we're just sort of testing the difference between the double and the single thread for aesthetic purposes. And then we're gonna go from there. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do if I can't get these keychains to stay, but I'm still making the giant flower as I can use it as an umbrella. Oh, that's cool. Oh, sorry, I almost finished the fairy wings and realized it. Oh no! Plus the weather looks horrendous, so they get blown around a bunch. Yeah, that's the only thing, If they're really, like, you might go flying due to your wings, which honestly would make a lot of sense, but also you don't want to have to be fighting against the wind the whole time. Still making the giant flowers. I can use that's really cool. That's really cool. I want to see all the creative things. Oh god, I am so tired today. It's annoying. Ah, it looks so good. Oh, do you have the bright pink underneath? Oh my god, I love it. I love it. My phone is going off the hook and it's stressing me out. That's really cute because it looks like you still have the bright pink underneath and then the pastel pink on top. It looks awesome. You look so good. And then these are the nails. Excuse me. You got mushrooms. I guess to be fair though, because isn't it your wings are meant to go with like your pink mushroom cat, like hat and stuff? So this is very much the vibe. Yeah, I kept the bright pink and went pastel all over. That's so cool. They're so awesome. They're magical and mushroomy and fabulous, and I love them, and they're pink, so you know that they're you. It's all a bit of you. Pink mushy nails for pink mushy outfit. Exactly. That is so good. When is it a con you're doing, or it's like a Ren Fair type thing, right? When is that? She hand painted it all too. That's amazing. Honestly, your nail tech is incredible. Like, people who can paint on nails are just wild. This weekend, it's a Fantasy Forest Festival. Say that 12 times fast. Fantasy Forest Fest. That sounds magical and wonderful. But yeah, is it one of those where it's due to rain? I'm meant to be volunteering with my friend tomorrow. And we're helping out. We're doing like a face painting booth for a fundraising activity for a local charity that her son goes to. And yeah, it's meant to potentially rain, so they have to put contingencies in. They might like shove us all in a small building or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. They actually closed for today because of the severe weather. And people, oh really? Wow. Yeah, because I guess, is it one of those where is the festival, is it sort of campground style, so people are camping like on the property, or is it one of those like a day thing where you would have, it's more the heavy winds? Okay. Yeah, that's rough too, especially when you're traveling through that. That would be really, really difficult. It's a campsite. Yeah, so obviously if it's really windy, like they don't want tents and debris, like, because I think it's one of those things too that you'll try your best to like keep all your stuff kind of pinned down, but anything that's like light and airy, the wind's gonna gust it. And then I'm sure like if they have permits, if it's in like a field with a neighboring farm site or whatever, it makes it more difficult to keep it clean, which would then, like, you know, you don't want to piss anybody off and then not have, like, to have the event canceled or not go again the following year or whatever because of that. So I get why. That's just a real shame, though. There's a fairy festival next weekend, too, in Pembrokeshire. Time to go with kiddo. Oh, you've never camped before. Yeah. That would be that would be a fun experience. But yeah, you might need to, I guess, too, like, camping equipment. You'd have to find somebody, or do you have a tent or anything? Because I always think it would be fun to go to do like tent camping and stuff with Liam and Shadow, but I don't know how Shadow would cope, so I think we would have to get a tent and like camp out in our backyard and like see how he did first, and then kind of determine whether or not that's a good idea. Because I think it could be a lot of fun, but not if he's like super sus the whole time. Oh, your sister's LARP. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so she would have a ton of camping stuff that you could borrow. There you go. You gotta camp in the back garden. You gotta do a trial camp somewhere. Just to see. So you can tell me how to put the tent up. Yeah, that would be really helpful. Yeah, because last thing you want to do is get the tent to the festival and then be like, and now what? Though I feel like people are probably, like, people who go to these festivals that do the camping and things are probably super friendly, so I'm sure they would help you out. Do you know what I mean? They would be like, we can help you. You would hope. My mom wants her to come with, but it's a lot of kid-themed events. Oh, right, yeah. She doesn't have, you know, like a kid spirit. She's not a kid at heart. She's like, absolutely not. She doesn't like kids in the festival. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If your tolerance for tiny humans is at an all-time low, going to a festival where there will be an abundance of them is probably not a good idea. I respect that. I respect that. I respect your sister knowing her boundaries. She's like, not for me, fam. feel like my brain, you know how I always joke how my brain turns off at 6 p.m. and my brain enters dial-up mode? I think that started early today, guys. I already feel like I have mush brain. But that's okay. We will persevere. We will cross-stitch some mushrooms. I will be damned if we don't. Whether or not they end up in any keychains, I'm not feeling too confident about that anymore, but doesn't mean that these won't look super cute, and we'll just have to figure out what to do with them afterwards. Okay. Just keep stitching, stitching, stitching. What will we do when we're really annoyed? We just keep stitching, stitching, stitching. Now, I don't know if highlighting all of the components is necessary. Why does this feel so far away? I feel like, whoops, 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 what the F? Okay. Oh no, it's not that bad. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary to, because my plan was to backstitch everything, but I don't know if I just need to do an initial backstitch outline and then just leave the rest of this. We've come to the point where now that one thing has not worked out the way I thought it was going to, I am now questioning every single thing that I am doing. But it's fine. We will test. We will test. So that is fully done. I guess we can do more tests as well with not what happened here? What happened here? What the F? Whatever, we're just gonna leave it. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so that is single backstitched double mushroom. Now we're gonna do single backstitch with single stitch mushroom and see what that looks like. If this makes this pop a bit better, then there may be redeemable hope for it yet. Whether or not this is still too thick to go in the keychain. If both of them, like, it's one of those where if we try to stick the single one in the keychain and it is just as loose or a similar level of looseness than it is when we do the double, it's like we might as well just continue to do the double, the 2 strands instead of the single strand, just because I find it looks nicer, but we'll see. So far, I don't know if it's doing much. yeah, only 1 week left of school for kiddo. That's amazing. Yeah, I never remember when all the kids break up, but I assume it's soon. I always remember that it's quite late, because I feel like back in Canada, we would be done school now. Like, we're usually done school end of June, but I think the UK does more breaks throughout the year, which then causes, like, the school year to be longer, but I feel like it's probably better in the long run because you get more mini breaks, and so that's a bit better for the mental health of it all, you know? Kyoto made his new teacher today as well. Oh, yeah? You're getting... How do you feel about them? Are they... Lots of half terms. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is he excited about going to going to the next year up? Or is he is he a bit nervous? Does he like his new teacher, you think? Is he getting good vibes? Yeah, I don't know when my nephew meets his new teacher. I know he was really lucky because he actually had the same nursery teacher as his first year teacher. Like his year 1 teacher was actually the same. So I think that was really helpful in terms of like the transition. But I recognize the name. Back in high school, I did work experience there, and I'm sure I helped. Oh, no way! Oh, that's kind of cool. His current teacher taught my sister too. Oh, wow. That's really cool. That's cool when like multiple generations get exposed, especially if the teacher's good, right? If the teacher is crap, then you don't want that. But if the teacher is good, then it's cool when like they can teach multiple generations. You know what I mean? I do wonder if these black circles around the mushroom dots is overkill. We'll see. We shall see. But so far, I do think I still prefer this. But I can, even just by feeling it, it feels too thick for the keychain. So now the next query is now what the fuck I'm gonna do with all these keychains. I feel like the backstitching has redeemed this one a little bit. So it looks a little bit more cohesive than the other one. I think I'm just so like fucked off that this has not worked. But we'll see. Okay. think basically what we need to do is finish both of these in their style of choosing, cut them out, and then figure out what we're going to do from there. Because I don't know. We could maybe, because I'm like, okay, can we mount them on, I might have to get like little pieces of cardstock, like, well, I have this cardstock, but I don't know if this cardstock is thick enough to create almost like a little, whatchamacallit, like a little wall hanging sort of thing. That might be one of the options. Because let's say theoretically we take, I don't know, like this, and then on the back end of it, but then that's not really necessary, is it? What would be helpful is if these would just fucking work the first time. Like me grabbing a different one's gonna make a difference. It might change things. Okay. I still have faith. The tiniest sliver of hope that we can still make this work the way I want it to. We will persevere. We will persevere, friends. We will still try the two different options. We will cut them out. We'll see how they work. Make sure I'm not... Okay. Cool. Alright, so this was using the orangey color. This was 606. This one is 666. The number of the beast. So now we're gonna like alternate. So the pattern plan is to alternate the shades. So we'll continue on this trajectory, I think. So this is now using the brighter thread. We're gonna do that over here. Hi, Potato. Good morning. How are you today? I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. I hope coffee is in hand. And I hope you are well. 1, 2. I'm tired. Yeah, honestly, I'm tired too. And it's like, what? 4:30 in the afternoon. It's very gloomy today. And so I almost succumb to the super comfiness of me being bundled up on the sofa watching YouTube. But I persevered, grabbed myself a caffeinated tea, and pushed forth. But I do think that my brain has already turned off today. I think I am operating on limited brain capacity. It's like, I don't even, like, my brain shouldn't even be clocking off for Friday, but thus it seems to be. But other than that, we are trying our best, doing our best, doing all the things. I'm a little bit annoyed because I had this grand idea to make cute little mushroom keychains, but now I'm led to believe that the new keychains that I got, because they were the only ones available at Hobbycraft, aren't deep enough to house a cross-stitch project within it. Which is a little bit annoying. Because now, once I stitch all of these little mushrooms, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. Because if they don't fit in a keychain, then what the F are we going to do with them? But I still have a bit of hope that we can make it work. The tiniest sliver of a dream that this will turn out as cute and wonderful and according to plan. Maybe that's a bit of delusion, but, you know, I think I need that right now. I need a bit of delusion that this is all going to work out according to my master plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my mug look cool. Oh, thank you. It is by Emma Bridgewater, and it's all full of Spidey webs, and then it's got a little Spidey in the corner. It's one of my faves. She actually does a whole Halloween line. The other ones they're like a bit more kind of vintagey Halloween looking, but I love this one. Emma Bridgewater is the artist name, I guess. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I saw him today. I've been keeping tabs. I've not physically gone to a TK Maxx yet. I keep looking online. My sister-in-law went, though, and sent photos to me, being like they've already got some stuff in stock. I am on the hunt for the giant ghost candle. So I want to melt it down and use the ghost container as a vase. That was my plan, but by the time I realized that was a genius plan, it was Liam's idea, because originally I saw it, thought it was cool, and then I was like, oh, it's a candle, it's not a vase, I didn't get it, we have tons of candles, and he's like, buy it, melt it, use the thing as a vase. And by the time I went there, they didn't have any more. So that is what I'm on the lookout for. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But yes, TK Maxx and like Home Sense and things like that. I think probably too, Potato, in the States as well. I think already, they call it Code Orange. I think Code Orange is already happening. In places, yeah, like Home Sense, Winners, TK Maxx, they will usually start stocking because they're like, I don't even know what you would call them. They're not a discount store. I guess they kind of are, where like things are usually like offshoots from manufacturers or whatever. Basically, they I don't know. You're meant to be able to get deals and bargains and shit there, right? So I always find, and they've meshed it, like I've seen it on Communities, where I think so. Yeah, they are run by the same company. I guess so. It's like, but usually I find that TK Maxx always gets the same stuff. Like, not exactly the same, but like there's always a specific things they seem to get every year, and usually lots of different candles and stuff like that. But yeah, they always put it out early because by the time it's October, they're already putting out Christmas stuff. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why that's the way that they do things and they put it out so early. Because it makes sense to me why a place like Hobbycraft, like a craft store, would put their Halloween stuff out a bit earlier, because it's like, or their Christmas stuff, sorry. Because usually people are making Christmas presents and you need like a couple months to do that sometimes. But for whatever reason, yeah, the Halloween stuff ends up early at those places, but then it doesn't come out until closer to the time at places like the dollar store, like Poundland, things like that. So yeah. Because before, I was doing, like, this annual, you know, Halloween pilgrimage with my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law. But then I tried to get it so that there would be a cross-section that we'd be able to hit all of the stores. but that didn't work because by the time I think that we ended up going, TK Maxx's stuff was mostly gone, and then Asda didn't have their stuff out yet. They were like literally setting it up as we were in the Asda store. And so it's like, okay, no, the new plan is we have to do at least 3 Halloween pilgrimages to the different places based on the different time frames that they put their stuff out, which is kind of annoying, but also that means I get to have more of a spooky endorphin dump because I get to go spooky shopping multiple times. So, yeah. It's a struggle. Like I said, it just means multiple spooky runs. But before that, I have to go. Actually, I can probably do it at the same time, but I have to reset my bank card because I kept forgetting my PIN, so I guess I've locked my card. And the only way you can unlock it is going to the actual bank that my card is registered at and, like, unlocking it. And my nearest bank has moved. The one that was closest to me, they've shut that location, and so the nearest one is further away. And so apparently, like, there's certain certain cash, like, ATMs that are linked amongst all of them. And according to my father-in-law, allegedly you can unlock them at non-ones registered to your bank. But apparently that's not a guarantee. So I'm like, whatever. It's fine. I'll figure it out. It is a pain. And also, too, I then found out, because a lot of banks now have an app, right? And so I was talking to, like, the support person being like, yeah, I keep forgetting my PIN until, like, what'll happen is I'll go and I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot my PIN. And then, of course, once I leave the situation, I then remember it, right? Typical. But apparently, in my bank app, there is the option of, like, manage cards. And there's actually a show me my PIN button. So it will tell you, like, it'll be like a countdown, like, secret whatever, like, encoded bullshit stuff, so that no one else can see it, but it'll actually be saved in my bank app. And I'm like, I was today years old when I learned that. That would have come in clutch the multiple times I forgot the PIN. But whatever. Now I know. Now future Tasha knows. But past Tasha didn't, and that's why we are in this mess in the first place. Why does this one look like it's so much larger than this guy, even though they're the exact same? I don't understand. Riddle me that. Riddle me this. Yeah, I think my big app has that feature. That's good, yeah. To be fair, like, what it is I always remember the numbers, but I always mix up the order of them. And that's what ends up being the problem, where I'm like, I am aware that these 4 numbers are involved, but for whatever reason, my brain mixes them up, which is rude, actually. It's very inconsiderate of my brain to do that to me. Oh, it's raining again. Oh, it looks particularly stormy out there. We have a grocery delivery happening tonight, so hopefully the delivery driver doesn't get stuck. Hopefully the rain stops before he has to make his pilgrimage to our house. It will feel very bad. Don't know if we're gonna have enough floss to finish this. We'll see. We'll have to start anew. We will lose this game of floss chicken, I am certain. We don't really get storms here. I miss them. Aw. Well, I'm like, well, I was gonna say you can have this one, but actually the garden is in desperate need of a lot of rain. So, like, I'm actually quite content with this happening right now. But yeah. Nothing, like, super crazy, but it's just a lot of rain. But it's definitely what we need. The thing that's annoying too is I feel like it's been threatening to rain all week, and then it'll rain for all of 2 seconds, and I'm like, that's not enough. I kept telling Mother Nature, I kept on giving her shit. I was like, you need to commit. If you're gonna rain, freaking do it. If you're gonna be hot, freaking commit to it. Like, none of this, like, it's cold 1 minute, super hot the next, it's raining, now it's not. I'm like, no. Make up your mind, please. Oh, are we actually gonna have enough? Possibly. That would be nice. That would be really cool if that actually happened. It's gonna be a tight one. I think we can do it though. I believe in us. I believe in us. Because then that guy's gonna be a white spot. And this guy's gonna be a corner. Oh, no. No. Don't get separated from your pack. That would be very unhelpful. Okay. I appreciate the music, Pretzel Rocks, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be pianoing right now, and I don't hear any piano. I hear just strings, and that's not what we signed up for. That isn't the vibe. Figure it out. Sort yourself out. More strings. It's fine. Whatever. Maybe it ran out of strings, or ran out of piano, and they were like, strings? Strings? Is that okay? I'm like, I guess so. Like, if you must. Okay, there we go. Cool. Second mushroom. Tap. Done. Listen. Piano is a string instrument, so maybe they say piano, they mean string, or it's recorded on a string instrument from a recycled piano string. Possibly. They're getting inventive. It's like when Wheel of Fortune takes like incredible liberties with their categories. Maybe Pretzel Rocks is doing the same thing. Do you ever find that? If you guys ever grew up like watching Wheel of Fortune or playing like the PC games, and the object will be like thing. I was watching the Game Grumps play it yesterday, and the thing in question was investment opportunity. And I'm like, I guess that's a thing, but it's more of a concept. I'm like, that's more a theoretical concept than it is a tangible thing. But okay. Hooah. Okay, boomer game, yeah. Nuh-uh. Yeah, I guess so. But listen, I was saying that to my partner. I was like, yeah, you could get, that was one of the free games you could get in a cereal box back in my day. I always feel bad because he never got games in his cereal boxes growing up. I was like, well, North America for the win. Wheel of Fortune was one of them. The Game of Life, that was actually a really good one. I quite enjoyed that one. Sometimes you even get Roller Coaster Tycoon, which feels like a boss move. Like, that feels like incredible. And it's not even like they hid it. They straight up showed you on the front of the cereal box which game you were getting. So you could just make sure, like, well, I've already got that one, so I'll go and make sure I take this cereal box that has this game on it. It's actually very generous of them. I feel like most of the time, if there was like a surprise inside of like a container or what, like of like a cereal, you wouldn't know. But the games, they straight up told you what they were. I'm trying to think what other ones. I feel like I played Game of Life the most. I liked the animation style of that one. And yeah, I always enjoyed Wheel of Fortune because I like trying to guess the puzzles. I'm trying to think what other ones there were. There were other, it was basically a lot of like board game adaptations into PC games. Oh, we're doing double. There we go. Here's some actual piano music. Now I'm curious what other games there were. Let's see if I were to Google it. Right, I threw my phone on the ground because it was buzzing and pissing me off. I'm getting very overly, I don't know, what is it? Overly stimulated, like, oh, what is it? What's it called? Getting overstimulated right now. I'm like, too many things. Okay, that's why I chucked my phone on the ground. Let's see. PC games in cereal boxes. What computer games came in cereal boxes? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I also played that one. I think because I just like trivia. I like trivia games. This is from thegamer.com. Some of these I've never heard of. Scrabble. I never got Scrabble in the cereal box. It was in a bunch of different flavors, including Reese Puffs and Cheerios. No, I never had that one. Never got Sorry. Maybe? I don't remember having Sorry. I remember Pajama Sam, but I don't think I ever had Pajama Sam. I think I had friends or kids that I babysat had Pajama Sam. Spy Fox? No. Game of Life. Exactly. I fucked with this game hard. This was an awesome one. Yeah. Game of Life. That was my favorite one, I think. As if you got Toy Story in the cereal box. Bionicle? Nope. Nope. Not my cereal boxes. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, though? Absolutely was in the cereal box. Amazon Trail? Nope. Age of Empires? Nope. Captain Crunch Crunchling Adventure. I was never privy. BRB Need More Coffee? Absolutely. Go and get your go-go juice. Backyard Baseball? Nope. Roller Coaster Tycoon. This is the one that I remember. I never played it, though. Or no, I think I did. I remember because you could fling little people off of the roller coasters and stuff. Don't remember Chex Quest. I feel like there might have been other ones. Were there not other ones? Games bundled with cereal boxes. Art Attack, Asteroids, Atari, Boggle. I feel like I remember Boggle. Candyland. Like I said, it's a lot of board games that got turned into PC games. A lot of these I don't remember, though. Monopoly, probably. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Game of Life. Trivial Pursuit, I think probably. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I did love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Again, because I love trivia. I don't know if I ever actually, like, beat the game, though. Oh my goodness. So aside from the 2 strands of floss versus 1 strand of floss, the other thing I'm not sure about in terms of the design is completely outlining all of the components, or if I should just do a basic outline around the mushroom and leave the dots and like leave everything else unbackstitched. That I am also unsure of. So I think in the next square, in the next quadrant that we're gonna, because I think this is now just becoming a bit of like a design test. That will also be helpful. Trying to think positive. Think of this not as a wasted situation, but more as an opportunity to trial different options. Because like I said, originally these were supposed to go in the keychains. I am unconvinced that they're going to fit in the keychains, but I did not consider that when I purchased them. So now we are a bit back to the drawing board in terms of what we want to do with these tiny cross-stitch creations, because I love them. I think they're awesome. I figured the best way to display them would be in a keychain. But if that doesn't work, we'll have to troubleshoot different ways of displaying this. Whether they be like mounted on a tiny piece of card, like on a tiny little canvas. Because they're square, I feel like they don't really make sense. Like they're very rectangular. They don't really make sense to be displayed in a hoop format like some of the other smaller ones do. So I am not sure. I do like the idea of having the 2 different color variations of the mushroom caps. It's very subtle. It's more like this one's a bit more orange, and then this one's a bit more of like a cooler toned red as opposed to a warm toned red. But I like that. I like having that variation. That seems to be about the only thing that I like about this right now, which is sad. But again, we are testing. This is the testing phase. I think what I was like, do I? Yeah, we'll finish. We'll backstitch all of this. I'm feeling very inefficient right now. I'm rejecting the assembly line because I feel like it would make more sense to do the mushroom and then do all the backstitching afterwards, but I don't care. I just thought I had doubled this up and I was like, wait a second. But no, I did not. False alarm. Okay. Hopefully there's still enough thread for all of this. We'll finish the two-strand version, then we'll finish the single-strand version. Depending on what time it is, we'll determine whether or not I cut these out and try to make them fit in the keychains. If not, the other option is to continue again, maybe doing the double version, because I do think, I don't know, I guess we got to finish this, cut them out, see if it works. Again, if they fit, I will do the single strand option. I don't find it looks as full, but if it fits in the keychain, it still does what it needs to do. You're back. You are back and caffeinated. Cheers, patats. Let's finish. I'll finish off my tea. It was cold, but it was still nice. But yeah, I think in order to give my brain peace of mind, we do need to attempt to finish one of these. So we'll finish them, cut them out, see if they fit. I don't think this one's gonna fit. I think it's gonna be too thick, but this is my preferred look for this finished piece. So again, whether or not we find a different way to display it, tiny little canvas style maybe, be like teeny tiny wall hanging. Who knows? I was thinking there could be an option to like make my own keychain, but the only thing with this is, I guess I would finish it the way I would finish maybe like a patch, so you could put felt on the back and then you could like punch a hole in it and stick, because there are fabric keychains. I think I would just be a bit concerned about the wear and tear of it, whereas if it's in a concealed like plastic case, then I feel like it's a bit more durable, so I think the longevity of the cross stitch would be more guaranteed, whereas if this was loose, I don't think that would necessarily be the case. So I don't necessarily think that that's a good idea. So therefore, but yeah, as I do this, I think I am preferring just doing a basic outline like this as opposed to filling in every individual component. Obviously, for sake of uniformity, I'm going to do everything the same, but then future quadrants, I will test the other options. On the plus plus side, we definitely won this game of floss chicken. We have more than enough floss to finish this backstitching, which is excellent. I feel like I am pushing through the discomfort of my plans not going the way I wanted them to. Which is good. This is a good lesson for me. We are pushing through the discomfort and making shit happen. Cute, 2 little mushrooms sitting in a square. I don't know how to finish that rhyme. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go on our first iteration of this. And then we'll go single strand version, cut them out, assess the possibilities, and go from there. If this doesn't work out the way we have planned, and I have not yet figured out an alternative, we might just end up finishing out the month with all needle felting. No, I do have other projects actually. I guess we could work on Howl's Moving Castle and Party Phantasma, who's sitting in the corner there, half finished, staring at me as I work on other things. I'm sorry, Phantasma. Listen, it's showbiz, baby. It's productivity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hear a shadow pacing around. I feel so bad for him. The other day I noticed, because he went and like did his belly up, extend out on the sofa. And because you know how we were talking about how I went to the forest with him on, I guess it was Wednesday? I think he got bitten, like covered in bug bites. We were looking online though and comparing like what his splotches looked like. And we think they might be ant bites. So I'm trying to figure out how that could happen. The only thing I can think of is obviously if we were running around in the forest and then he laid down in the field, and he may have laid down near like an anthill or something like that. But yeah, he's got bites all over his like undercarriage and on his legs and stuff, and he keeps like licking them and things. I'm sure they're itchy. So we're just trying to make sure that he doesn't like chew on them and that they get infected or anything like that. But I'm just like, oh man, my dude, like it's one of those where like I have to resist the urge to like freak the fuck out. Where it's like, yeah, like this is, this happens to people as well. And sometimes as long as they're not like allergic and they're not, he's up to date on all his like flea and worm stuff. Actually, speaking of which, I have to give him his wormer this week. So like he shouldn't get any sort of major infection or whatever. So it's just like trying to monitor that. But yeah, I just feel sorry for him. Yeah. Oh, could you hear me talking about you? Yeah, did you hear me talking about you? I noticed because Liam is working with my brother-in-law and father-in-law in the spare, like, or on the patio, and I think he usually is outside supervising them. And he's not even outside, he's downstairs looking outside watching them, and then I think they leave to go to Wix and B&Q, and then he comes and hangs out with me. So I bet they've left, and that's why he's decided to come and hang out. Is that what's happened, sir? Yeah, did you get abandoned by your favorite people and now you're coming to hang out with the second fiddle? It's fine, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. It was a bit blurry because I turned off the autofocus because we don't want it jumping in and out while we're working on this. Yeah. That's okay. You can come hang out with me for a bit. You look like you're a bit wet. I think you keep going outside, sticking your nose out onto the patio, onto the balcony, and then getting rained on. I hear them out there. You just wanted to come hang out. I feel so special, Shadow. I'm like the chosen one right now. Whenever he chooses to hang out with me when Liam is home, because like Liam is the favorite, when he like chooses to hang out with me and Liam is home, I'm like, don't fuck this up, Tasha. Don't fuck this up. He's gonna leave. You're very fickle. Yeah. I'm like, don't, I'm like, oh my god. Thank you so much for gracing me with your presence, Shadow. I appreciate it so much. Yeah. Even this is, now I'm like filling this in and this is slightly off by 1. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but this is even, so that's okay. This is not going according to plan. It's fine. It's fine. Nope, not this one, not that one. Okay, phew, perfect. All good, all good. happy. I'm already so happy. Like, it's one of those where I'm very conflicted. This is very bittersweet because I'm looking at this and I know when this is finished, this is gonna look freaking adorable, but then I'm gonna be annoyed because it's not gonna fit in a keychain. I'm like, you are so cute. Same thing here. Oh. Okay. Ooh, we're getting down to the wire. We'll have enough. We should have enough. I think we will have enough. Fingers and toes crossed, we have enough.
It's tea time.
Hey, check your posture.
Probacus is here with the health check. Hello, sir. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Thank you very much. Let me finish this stitch and then we will do all the things. I hope you are well. I hope your pizzas turned out excellent yesterday. Ooh, this might not work. Oh, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. Health check. Hydration. Check. Posture, de-shrimpification, de-gremlination. That makes more sense. Check. Stretch it out. Ooh, pizza turned out oily but very tasty. Yeah, I know you were concerned about that with the 3 different cheeses. I remember that being a potential concern. We hit the beach today, finished the first book of Game of Thrones. Oh, awesome. That's nice. Yeah, I'm sure the beach was very helpful. Very helpful with the heat that you've been experiencing. Though, Liam told me last night that apparently the heat wave that you guys are currently experiencing is heading in our direction. Which I am not looking forward to. Especially considering that it's like 19 right now. Like, it's actually quite chilly out. And then we're expected to get, like, you know, mid-30s, high 30-degree temperatures. Nope, nope, nope. I'm like, you can keep that. But apparently it is meant to be moving in our general direction in the near future, which is not fun. But I think a beach day sounds lovely. Many people. Yeah, that's the only thing, is that I'm sure on a really hot day, everyone flocks to the beach. So it could get very people-y there, that's for sure. That could be a problem. It was the first year the sea was so clean, though. Oh, awesome. The beach got a blue flag. Oh, okay. Is that like signifying like that you can't, you know, dump things near it, or like it's some sort of like eco certification? Or is it like something that you get when it's like, oh, it is super clear? Is it a prevention thing, or is it a congratulations on the clarity of the water sort of thing? I can see clear without goggles. That's awesome. That's always really cool. A congrats. Okay, that's cool. I wonder if that's a double-edged sword, though, because that'll get a congratulations, and people will be like, oh, this is a really clear, like, a really clear area. The sea's very clear here, we should go here. Then it gets super busy, and then there's a potential for it to not be clear anymore because of the overabundance of people. But that's still awesome. You got in when it was still awesome, which is cool. Nah, no, it won't happen that way. That's good. I'm glad. Hopefully that clarity will stick around. That's just the pessimism in me, I guess. The beach is a bit remote. Oh, that's nice. That's always good. It's so interesting to me because when I first start stitching these mushroom caps, they look so much larger than the completed mushrooms, but they're obviously the same. And then when I put everything together, it all looks the same. And I'm like, oh, that's like what they tell you about if you put black eyeliner around the perimeter of your eye, it can actually make it look smaller. I'm like, is that what the black outlining of the floss is doing? Blowing my brain. Ooh, a big stretch. Hi. Oh, yeah, you're a bit damp. Were you outside? Yeah? He's like, whatever, Mom. Well, that was a short little visit. He graced us with his presence for all of 10 minutes. It's alright, we'll take what we can get. Are we gonna win this round of Floss Chicken? I am unconvinced, but we are going to try. Trash pandas. You're eating watermelon. Oh, that's probably very refreshing right now. That would be very nice. Especially on a hot day. I feel like that would be excellent. BRB, yeah, no problem, Pabracus. All good, all good. The best combo. Yeah, definitely. I definitely think so. Reminds me of when I used to play like soccer as a kid or football here, and there would always, like, when you play in a league, and then there would always, each week it would be a different parent's responsibility to bring the halftime snack, and obviously you hope for popsicles, freezies, things like that, but then obviously there would always be the parent that would bring the watermelon slices or the orange slices. It was usually orange slices. I feel like watermelon slices, you would get those every once in a while. It was usually orange slices. And then you do the thing where you would eat the orange slice and then you'd smile and the rind would, like, beat your teeth. And you think it was funny every time. But yeah, certain snacks hit different in different weathers. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. No. It might, but then it'll be really hard to park. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. No, that's not where it needs to be. It needs to go here. Okay. It's gonna be a tight one. Okay, I think we definitely need to use the threader for this guy, because this is the tiniest amount of thread left. We can get these threads under here, actually, and then take another needle, pull these up. Through, please. There we go. Sometimes the yarn is thicker than the threader. Okay, there we go. It worked. We did have to really pull on it, but it's not the worst. That was a real tense game of floss chicken though. That got real tight. Alright. Now we backstitch, and then our two-stranded version. Our two-sided test. Hi Kay! I appreciate the lurky lurks. I hope everything is well with you and you are having a happy Friday. Oh geez, Scoob. No, that's not what we're doing. We don't need this. We need the black thread. That is what we need. Wrong color. There we go. Oh, jeez. Who turned off my brain? Now we can't cut this one out right away because obviously that will then ruin the structural integrity of all of the Ada when we work on this one. So this needs to stay put for now when it is finished. And then after which we can cut them out because I'm less concerned about these guys because we can put smaller hoops on them. One. Is this even going to be big enough? I can also freehand them. I've never like freehand cross stitched like without any sort of hoop or anything. I know it's possible. So I can just do that with some of these offcuts as well. I know I just did it now with the test one, but I mean like an actual proper design, not just me like dicking around for experimental purposes. Don't necessarily need that. Right this second. I think it might be almost snack time. I feel like this tracks. This is about the right time. Like, if the tea won't fuel me, maybe the granola bar will. What sort of industrial clanking music is this? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. None of that, please. Off this little guy, and then we will open the snacks because my tummy is a rumbling. Three little mushrooms. Done. Cute. I like it. I like it a lot. So this is 2 strands. Now we're going to do the single strand because there is a possibility that the single strand will fit in the keychains. I am not convinced that this one will. If this one doesn't, then we're going to do all of them double and figure out a different option for displaying them, not in the keychains, and I have to think of something different to do with the keychains. The only thing I can think of now, if we are doing, like, if I can't fit anything that's not a flat piece of paper in the keychains, this is now a future me problem, but I've always wanted to learn how to watercolor paint. And so I'm like, oh, maybe if I learn to watercolor paint, I can then make little watercolor painted mushrooms and stick them in the keychains, because that will be very, very flat. But I obviously don't know how to watercolor right now, so that is a future Tasha consideration. Because my first thought was maybe, like, cutting out interesting pieces of this card and sticking them in the keychains, but that kind of feels like cheating. Like, that just feels like I've taken a colorful piece of paper and stuck it in a keychain. That doesn't actually feel like... I don't know. That feels like a scam to me. That feels like a... That doesn't feel like a good thing. Sorry, usually I take a bite and continue working, but I'm actually very hungry right now, so I'm eating the whole granola bar. This is some weird-ass experimental music. There we go. Okay. We've got 20 minutes. Let's try. Yeah. I know, it sounded like, you know how sometimes people will take, like, large sheets of, like tin or something, and then they wave it and it makes that, like, boom, 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 boom noise? That's kind of what it was giving me. I was like, no, 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 no. That is definitely not a piano. And not a string. Like, this, no. I don't know where, again, I do think sometimes Pretzel Rocks takes the liberty with, their genres, because I'm like, every once in a while, I'm like, okay, chill piano. I'm like, first of all, there is no piano in this, and I am decidedly very unchill with these noises. I'm like, absolutely not. Okay. Single stitches. See, this is better. More of this, please. This is the vibe, Pretzel Rocks. None of this other stuff. Okay. Half stitch is done. Let's full stitch these up. So we're gonna finish this one, hopefully, in the next 15 minutes. Then we're going to cut them out. Cut out the backing paper that I want to use. And see if we can't get these to fit in the keychains. If they don't, again, that will be future Tasha drawing board problem. But I really hope that this single strand version will give us just that little bit more room in the project. The only other thing that might work, because if the thickness is only in the center of the keychain, everything else might stay shut, is to only have a single mushroom in the center. But it just looks so empty. Like, it just doesn't seem, I don't know, I feel like that the composition of the image is not good. But we'll see. That is another possibility, though, if this doesn't work. Oh, okay. I wasn't that bad. I wasn't shrimping too hard. Listen.
Check your posture.
Listen. It wasn't that bad, was it? I thought it was okay. But you're right. Yes. Proper posture activated. Thank you, Probacus. Probacus is the posture police. But it's okay. It's necessary. Mom said you're embroidering very well. She picked up her tools to make a mini tablecloth. She's jelly. Aww! No, I love that. If that inspires her to start crafting again, then I think that's incredible. Go, Mom. Yeah, she should. I love that. I'm sure she's gonna make an amazing mini tablecloth. I love that. Inspiring everybody to craft. Right, another mushroom cap done. Yes, please. I would love to see it. I would love to see that. Thank you. I always love seeing fellow crafters' wonderful crafts because everyone is just so talented and it makes me so happy to see. I actually am going to properly do both of the mushroom caps because we are on a little bit of a time crunch now. So I'm going to try to be a bit more efficient. I know I have not been thus far. Listen, strand. There we go. There we go. All right. Next mushroom cap is a go. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Time is of the essence. Oh, I need to uncross my legs. There we go. I kind of hope Liam wants to order takeaway tonight. I suddenly have like a massive craving for pizza. Maybe because we were talking about the pizza that you made yesterday, Probacus. I don't know what it is. I think you know what it is. I just want warm, melty cheese. I think I'm bummed out that my project didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and it's cold and rainy out, and so I just want warm, melty cheese in some capacity. And the easiest capacity with which to consume is on pizza. We'll see. Because originally I was thinking, oh, maybe like egg fried rice for dinner, because I really do enjoy that, but that's not going to hit the way I need it to. Power stitching. Trying to activate turbo mode. It is not going that well. Alright, 2 little mushroom caps very shortly. Go. So even if this had gone according to plan and all these were gonna fit in the respective keychains, it does appear that I was a bit optimistic, assuming that I could pump out like 6 of them in one stream. Obviously not. But if I can get 2 done, then that would be okay. anyone has any raid suggestions, let me know. I am going to finish these. I don't think I'll have time to cut them out and fit them into the keychains. That'll be off stream, Tasha. And then also too, you guys don't then need to be witness to my annoyed frustrations when it inevitably doesn't go to plan. But we will finish off these two. Dakoba Blue is a very good lad. Okay, what are they doing? What are they up to? We can go and check them out. Do that. Finish this. We'll go see what they're doing. Or are they where you get all of your raccoon emotes from? It looks like it. What are they playing? Baldur's Gate. Is that a good game? I'm gonna get another. I don't know if there will be enough floss with this guy to finish that, so we're not going to bother. Okay. Alright, well, we didn't get everything finished, but we did get at least one trio of mushrooms, so it's not the worst. It could have gone much worse than it did. There's still some kinks to work out, but that is alright. I'm just gonna load up this next bit of thread, and then we will go raid out and make a new friend, because we enjoy doing that. There's the raid message. We are going to go over here. I will see you guys next week. We will be doing more needle felting. I'm gonna finish these off stream, test the keychain situation. If that works out, cool. That would be the best outcome. If not, We'll be back to the drawing board with this guy, but we definitely have a good thing going with our needle felted mushrooms, so we're just gonna keep on riding that wave next week, and I will come back to this when I know what the frig we're gonna do with them. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I know it's a bit of a chiller day because my mood is a bit blur, but we got through it together, and I thank you for that. Let's go make a new friend. Okie dokes, bye!